Now the news in detail. The federal government has urged religious leaders in the country to refrain from stoking embers of hatred and disunity through their teachings. It warned that resorting to rhetoric that could sow seeds of discord among Nigerians. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, issued the warning in a statement on Saturday in Lagos. He said while religious leaders have a responsibility to speak truth to power, such truth must not come wrapped in anger, hatred, disunity, and religious disharmony. The minister said whatever challenges Nigeria may be going through at this moment could only be tackled when all leaders, and indeed all Nigerians, come together. In the spirit of Yuletide, the Intellectual Hub, a public interest group, on Saturday visited 2 old people's homes to deliver food items and other packages. The convener of the hub and immediate past publicity secretary of Nigeria Bar Association Benin Branch, Barrister Douglas Obankwa, alongside the hub secretary, Ehino Uku, explained that the gesture was one of the group's efforts to assist the vulnerable in the society.
The Intellectual Hub is a public interest group that is made up of some of the most elites in society. And in our wisdom, we decided to bring some relief materials to the elderly people's home inside the St. Paul's Catholic Church. I earlier visited another old people's home just now. It's our way of trying to reach out to the less privileged or challenged in society, because the hub is actually for the advancement of the society generally.
It's a great one. It's a privilege to make people happy. This is a season to put smiles on people's face. Just came to make some people happy.
At one of the old people's homes located within the Bishop Kelly Pastoral Center of the St. Paul's Catholic Church Archdiocese off Airport Road, the occupants, including Mama Ghana, were very elated to receive the items and expressed their gratitude to the group for the kind gesture.
God will bless you again. Wisdom, peace, happiness, child blessing. God is God. The guy is not the big more.
The Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, on Friday disclosed that at least 20 doctors have lost their lives to COVID-19 in the last 1 week. It therefore urged the general public to adhere strictly to the non-pharmaceutical protocols of hand washing, sanitizing, proper use of face masks, and maintaining social distancing. It also urged patients to ensure full disclosure of medical history of COVID-19 or COVID-19 related occurrences so that health workers can better protect themselves while providing quality healthcare services. The chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, FCT chapter, Dr. Enema Amodu, made this known during a briefing in Abuja on Saturday. The association further decried the paltry sum of 5,000 naira paid monthly to doctors as hazard allowance, calling on the government to ensure an upward review of their welfare packages. Lagos residents might be faced with traffic difficulties during the Christmas holiday following the full closure of Third Mainland Bridge on the midnight of Christmas Day. The bridge will remain closed until midnight of December 28th as it is undergoing repairs. The federal government had earlier announced that the bridge will be shut for 72 hours to cast concrete on the expansion joint. Federal Controller of Works, Lagos, Oluka Popola, while making the announcement, said it is to prevent vibration on the bridge while the work is ongoing. He also announced that there will be a partial closure of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway for 48 hours beginning from Monday, December 28th to Tuesday, December 29th for the completion of some repairs. The Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos was partially shut on July 24th for rehabilitation works and a series of repairs. The repair, expected to last 6 months, was extended by 1 month due to the EndSARS protest in Lagos, extending the completion date from January 2021 to February. Gunmen suspected to be assassins have killed Ishaku Gata, husband of the vice chairman of Kogi Local Government Council of Kogi State, Honorable Hassana Ishaku. It was gathered that Gata and one other person identified as Joshua Jonah were shot dead by 5 gunmen in army uniform while returning from his farm at Tanahu community. Speaking to reporters on Wednesday, a member of the victim's family who survived the attack, David Jerry, said he was returning from the farm with the deceased when 5 armed men laid ambush on them around 9:48 a.m. on Tuesday. According to Jonah, 5 of them, including the deceased, boarded motorcycles to the farm to harvest sesame seeds when the gunmen laid ambush on them. Jerry said he and 2 of his brothers managed to escape through the bush and trekked about 2 kilometers before arriving at the neighboring Adabo village. Spokesman of the Kogi State Police Command, DSP William Aya, who confirmed the incident, however, said the 2 deceased were abducted in their homes and taken to the bush. He said the police have commenced investigations to unravel the circumstances behind the incident, while efforts are on to arrest the killers. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted the chairman of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, in Kaduna State, Apostle Emmanuel Bako. Bako was reportedly kidnapped along with his wife, Cindy, and one other person on Christmas Day in Jema local government area of the state. The Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs in Kaduna, Samuel Aruwan, confirmed the incident in a statement on Saturday. Aruwan explained that unidentified gunmen attacked the Al-Barka praying camp along the Afana, Fadan, Kaguma, Koi Road and started shooting sporadically. In the process, a vehicle was hit by a bullet while the PFN chairman, his wife and the other victim were taken away from the camp. Aruwan noted that security operatives promptly arrived at the location and pursued the kidnappers, who were, however, able to escape with the victims. Coming up in a moment on our Extra Voices, Reactions Trail 2020 as Nigerians review major events that shaped the year. Stay with us, please.
In the ever-revolving world of news, one story becomes extinct the moment another major story breaks.
Market women don't know whether they pay anything.
But with KUFM's Extra Voices, the story never dies. It just takes on a new life.
Market
there's no water in the house. The toilet is not good.
We don't have any fashion in APC.
We bring you new angles and fresh perspectives to every story, no matter how old or remote.
There are a lot of educated people that are involved in politics nowadays.
We go a little beyond the surface to get you those extra details ignored in the rush for the news.
Now bridge, now we take the enters.
Some don't die for inside.
We go beyond the lines to bring extra voices, not just for those making the stories.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
But for those affected by the stories.
I've lost 1 bag of rice. Documents.
So it's a real disaster.
With Extra Voices, we add new flavor to give fresh perspective and taste to an old story. Extra Voices airs every Wednesday and weekends on KUFM's major news bulletins.
The year 2020 means different things to a number of people. While the year could have passed as one to be remembered for some people, many still consider the year as not having been a good one. In this edition of Extra Voices, our correspondent Nsahai Wadai highlights the good, the bad and the ugly of 2020, especially in the health sector.
The year 2020 is winding down, but the challenges it brought is still bold in the minds of many. It began with so much prospects, and many citizens across the world were full of aspirations. Soon it bettered its unforeseen challenges, such as COVID-19 and its lockdown, the SARS protests which culminated into unrest, and eventually insecurity sets in.
Come on, no worry.
The prisoners they run. Freedom.
Chairman of Nigerian Medical Association, Edo State Chapter, Dr. Harrison Omohua, said it is a sad year.
Soon after we cruised into the year 2020, when a lot of persons were beginning to think of how to make good their New Year resolutions, and then we were hit by the pandemic.